Hello everybody, this is Dean DeCosta, and today we are going to do a quick little video on X-ray searching. X-ray searching is the process by which you get in access to a site to find things in a way that it was not meant to be. It's basically really super low level hacking, but we're going to go ahead and show you how to do it. So for the most part, the way to do it is going to be via a site command. So site colon. In this case, we're going to try to pick on a site called Video. And the reason I'm picking on this site is because I want you to get an idea how it works. And so we're going to go into detail beyond what's normal. So in this case, we're doing a site, video.com developer. I spelled video wrong. Let me spell it correctly. There we go. Now, we're going to do that search. And you're going to notice we're going to get back a whole lot of information. Example, the top person is a profile of Scott Fisher, who's a developer. But if we look below it, we're going to see NL in front of Video. Up here we see US. Down here we see FR. If I look at this particular one down here, the first thing I'm going to notice is it's not written in English. It's written in French. So that means that something, the US before Video and the EN after the .com/ means something. Now, EN is an acronym for English, and that's a language. So we're going to go ahead and put EN in there, and we're going to push enter again. And the first thing we're going to notice is all of these are now written in English. The next thing we're going to notice is the US here, but this is Netherlands, this is Australia. So obviously the ones before the video is the country code. So we're going to put us.video.com English. So far we got it. Now these are all in English. These are all US based. But the next thing I'm going to notice is this is not a real person. This is just a list. This is a list. This is a list. But the top person is a real person. And what I notice after the English or the EN is the word profile. So the reality is they call the people's site, the people's profiles in video profile. So we're going to put profile. And look at that. Now we get real live people profiles all in the US, all English, all developers, and we can do whatever we need to do from here. We can add Java, we can add C#, we can do whatever. Anything we want, that will go ahead and get our point. And this is important because this is how you X-ray into a site. Now I'm going to do one more. I'm going to show you how to X-ray into LinkedIn, but I'm going to do it a little differently than other people because I want you to understand the power of X-raying. So we're going to do Java and Seattle. So we're going to go ahead and site colon in Java Seattle. 102,000 people. 102,000 people. Excellent. That's great. The problem is I'm still subject to having to contact them via LinkedIn using emails, which I don't want to be. So if I go ahead and put in the one gmail.com, which is the most common private domain for emails, and I do the search again, I now get 1,150 people, and guess what? Every single one of them have a Gmail email address in their profile. This is outstanding. This is X-raying at its finest. You can go through the other 26 common email domains, Outlook, Hotmail, Comcast, Yahoo, blah, and so on and so forth, AOL, and all of them. But this is how you do it. But it always starts with the simple thing, site colon whatever, video.com. And then you got to look at the URLs and decide what things you add to your search that will get you specifically to the things that you want to get to. Now, as an example, I'm going to do one more here just so you can get a good feel for how this works. And we're going to go ahead and pick on Upwork.com, and I'm going to do a simple search. I'm just going to copy and paste because I've already got the search developed. So let me copy, let me paste over here, and that's it. So that's how we get site Upwork.com. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is down here is none of these are real people. They're all a bunch of lists or whatever the case may be, but they're not real people. They're blogs or what have you. So we already know the word blog is relevant. But if we get down here, you notice the word Upwork.com 0 profiles, browse. So browse is finding a bunch of developers. And if we were to open this, you'll see Nelson C is a developer. Below that, another developer. So we already know that we need the words C and profile, O and profile in this string to get where we want. So we're going to go ahead and copy that, bring it all the way up here. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cold. And add that. And now see what we get. Okay, we didn't get anything. Oh, that's because we have a double line here. So let's take the double line out and go back. And now look what we get. Now the next thing we know is this is the first real person. This is another real person. These two are real people. And we notice the word users after profiles. So let's add that. Users, plural. Users, up. And look at that, all real live people. That's the way it works. You start simple, Upwork.com, and then you look at the URLs till you find actual people and use that same stuff and add to your thing. Remember, we started with Upwork.com, and then we realized we needed then we realized we needed profiles, then we realized we needed users. This is how you create a good X-ray string from scratch for any site. Any site. You saw me do LinkedIn, you saw me do Videa, you saw me do Upwork. Literally any site can work. Site colon is the most common. Every once in a while it'll be a domain colon, but for the most part it's going to be a site colon. And this is Dean DaCosta, and that's the quick and dirty X-ray.